Alright guys, so here we are, um, streaming a game for, I believe, RTZ Arena. Um, they have this tournament going on, and I decided to stream, and I'll go ahead and shoutcast as well the game because their stream seems to not be up par. They have some technical difficulties and some audio stuff. It's pretty laggy, so we're just not gonna pay attention to that stream. We're going to look and spectate ourselves and shoutcast ourselves. So we're gonna see. We got the blue team here with Gnar in the top lane, Echo in the mid lane. We got Elise in the jungle, and then the bot lane is gonna be Karma, Sivir. And on the red team, as you can see, we got Malphite top lane, um, Fiddlesticks jungle, Zed mid, and then we have the Braum Lucian bot lane. It seems the red team's looking to get an invade. We got good vision control here. Gnar in the top side jungle, not with the team, so this could be pretty dangerous. Um, wards not placed yet. All wards have been kept to themselves. And there we go. So, red team, kind of little group, showed themselves, getting some wards dropped, and they're just going to retreat back to their jungle. Both junglers seem like they're going to start bottom side. Um, and looks like we're just going to start standard. I'm interested to see the matchup in the mid lane because Echo not being picked mid lane often recently is going to be interesting to watch because the exhaust will be there to stop the Zed from pulling too much damage, but the ignite to make sure Echo does fall in case they get very low. Um, as for the bot lane matchup, it's pretty standard matchup. The Lucian Braum, really good combo. The passive duo there, and Karma Sivir, passive, the shields, uh, passive play, I should say. And level 2 spike here for Echo. And looks like, is he going to get first blood? Nope, Zed is going to slowly get out of there. But he will make it out, and he does hit level 2. Strong level 2 spike, though, for the mid lane on blue team. We see Poke coming in, bot lane. Some vision set down from Braum. Overall, across the board, farm-wise, looks like Gnar's getting a little bit ahead. He's up almost 10 CS. Jungle's every other lane seems to be pretty even, but as for the top lane, it's looking pretty. It's looking like it's gonna get pretty drastic here in a little bit if Malphite doesn't get a lot of this big wave that's with him. Fiddlesticks is on the top side though, so he could potentially gank top lane and turn something for his top lane. Got a little more focus on the bot lane here. And here comes the Fiddlesticks. Gnar is going to go ahead and back up. He's going to jump and flash, and he'll be out of there. Echo, though, getting good poke onto the Zed, doing a lot of damage. Lowers him to a red point. We see Elise rotate to the top lane to help out Gnar. And both the junglers are kind of just staying around that top area, making sure that their laners both stay safe and nothing gets out of hand. Malphite does seem to have caught back up in the CS. But the mid lane is seeming like he is going to start taking a lead here as he pushes it out of lane, forced a recall. Now he is going to recall for himself. Bot lane seems there's been not too much aggression so far. They're just both farming which is really good for the Silver Karma because of how passive their laning phase really is. The damage that got nerfed on Karma and Silver not being very early damage oriented. Um, this is really what they want. They want to just play back, farm, and make sure that there are no hard engages or anything or ganks um, coming to their lane, and they should be good. This is I think playing in their advantage, especially with Silver having a small CS lead. If she could just keep that up, and it's gonna be really good for bot lane. We're gonna see the counter gank here as Fiddlesticks comes mid, Elise follow up behind, but Fiddlesticks is going to flash out of there as Echo comes in to help out Elise, but Zed does jump on Elise. She's gonna repel, and Echo is gonna go ahead and fight, and we also have fights going down bot lane as well. Focus here, Fiddlesticks going ahead and recalling, and Elise heading bot. So little fiasco mid lane, no one dies. They do get the flash out of Fiddlesticks though, so he does not have that anymore. And he's close to level 6. No, not really. He just hit level 5, but once he hits level 6, he will not have that flash to get any ult plays in early. He'll have to wait for it to come back up. Zed now taking the CS lead into his advantage, which is good. So far, pretty passive game. Everyone's just farming as expected. We see bot lane going in very aggressive. They're going to jump on the Karma and exhaust. The heal does come out of the Sivir and no one dies, but in the mid lane, you see Echo is going to go ahead and get ganked by the Fiddlesticks. And he's going to back out and recall. No kill there either. Elise is going to jump onto the Fiddlesticks though. Fiddlesticks sitting there and just draining the health, doing tons of damage. We're going to see, looks hopefully 2 recalls here. Oh, Elise is going to just jump right back into her jungle. Zed's going to head back to lane and continue farming. He took no damage, and Fiddlestick's going to rotate to the bottom lane to clear some wards out. Pretty overall good play, good defensive play by the blue team. And the pressure looks good on the red team. So we see the slight goal lead headed to the blue team, and that's mainly in the top lane, as we see that there's a 12 CS, and in the bot lane, we see 4 total CS leads there. So small CS leads, but they are gold advantages. In the mid lane, that's where the big split has happened, mid and jungle, both for the red team. Their mid laner's up 13 CS. And mainly due to the fact that Fiddlesticks has been really helping out Zed, making sure he doesn't fall too far behind, and the level 6 spike from Zed is just really strong. He built the MR, he built a little bit of damage, so he's playing alright. Bot lane does hit their level 6 spike though for the red team. And now Karma just needs to hit level 6, which she should hit level 6 here after a few more minions. Yeah, next wave she will be hitting 6. Fiddlesticks staying quiet though in that tri-bush. There is no vision, I believe. Nope, there is no vision in that tri-bush. Fiddlesticks playing very still is the word I guess I could use. He's playing very still. He's staying. And it looks like they're going to go for the dive here, bot lane. And Fiddlesticks does get there. He does ult over. They're going to get first blood. Fiddlesticks will go down, but it's a 2-for-1 play. They take out the bot lane. Echo does rotate bottom, though, and he's going to jump onto the Braum. Elise makes it down there as well. Zed's starting to rotate down, but he's not going to be quick enough. It looks like Braum's going to fall. And Braum does fall. The repel does go onto the AD carry. They're going to back up as Zed shows up. Zed jumps onto the ultimate for Elise, and Elise is going to try and run out of there. Does not do enough damage. Now Echo turning back to the fight. And it is a 2-for-2 play there in the bottom lane. Really nice. No teleports burned from the top lane, which I'm really surprised. I would expect at least one of them to head down to assist their allies, but it seems that both of them can cancel TPs. So assuming that Gnar is in mega form, which he was, I think they both didn't want to have that situation where one cancels the other's TP, and then that's just a burnt summoner. So Echo, though, coming in, burns the flash for Lucian, heads out, and goes for the recall. Red team slightly coming on top there, getting a little bit more gold. They are up on the assists. They got 3 assists in that fight. Blue team only got one through Elise. So red team getting the small advantage in that fight, about 0.7k lead. But it's not too bad. Overall, played well by the blue team defensively. Um, they reacted very quickly and very well, but red team just smart engaged, and it was a good gank by the Fiddlesticks. And it was just nicely executed. It's what they wanted. They wanted the 2 kills. They knew they would lose one. They didn't expect to lose 2, but it's all right. They got the gold lead, a slight gold lead. Bot lane's pushed in now for the blue team, and they're staying pretty ahead. Fiddlesticks and Elise both in the top jungle. Echo heading back to lane as Zed is continuing his CS lead, and it's just slowly staying steady there. That lead is getting between 12, 15, 18. That area is not getting too drastic, but in the jungle we see the kill there for Fiddlesticks and the ultimate from Lucian going on to Karma before we continue. And the stun does go down. Karma will fall. Lucian Braum getting exactly what they wanted. That the passive combo is just really strong from that bot lane. Karma falls very quickly. Gnar with a huge CS lead. Back to what I was saying. Wait, the dive does come in on to the 80 carry, and the ult does kill, but Echo's gonna come in, not do too much, and a great gank by Zed onto the bottom lane. They're just bullying this Sivir Karma. The passiveness of this bot lane is just not what they need early. They need to keep playing safe, watch out for ganks, get some more vision, and they don't have control of their own tribush, and that's not good. Now we're gonna see the red team rotate here to Dragon, which is a mountain. But we are gonna see Echo come in. Fiddlesticks ult, at least taking out the Lucian, but she does get out of there. Her mid laner Echo does die. They are going to continue to take drag. It's going to be an attempt steal here. Karma's in the area. Good vision by the red team, and the dragon does go to them. It was a pretty intense play there. Echo trying to get the 80 carry out of the back, which he does, but he does also fall in the process, and it's just a 1-for-1 trade, which still allows the red team to get the dragon. Because Elise got so low, she had to repel and evacuate the area, and that was just good, smart play by the red team. They now have a 1.3k gold lead, 2 kills ahead, dragon ahead, but that first tower has not been dropped yet, and that's what's really important, because if we look at the tower healths here, most of them are pretty high, so the only clear advantage is top lane, and if Gnar can continue to harass and push that lane through, that could be really good for the blue team if he can get that first solo tower by himself, because he would get the 650 gold. That would spike him really high with the CS lead he already has, and he can start rotating or getting TP plays around the map. We're going to see Fiddlesticks start heading back to bottom lane. There's no vision in the bushes for blue team. The only vision they have is Try, but red team also has vision in Try, so Echo is going to get spotted if he tries to come through this Try bush. Lucian coming in around the backside. Echo does drop, and Echo is going to get the Lucian stun, and that's a great play. Malphite is going to ult onto the Elise, though. We're going to see Sivir pop the ult. Elise getting focused in the backline, but now we're going to see the snare come on to the Malphite, and he does go down. Echo with the double kill. Smart play by blue team, rotating their entire team down there. Red team just not able to capitalize fast enough, and it's a 2-for-0 play. The red team they thought they had the advantage, and for a little while they did. They had all the vision they needed, but the Echo just hiding in the fog of war here. No vision for the red team. Easily picked out the Lucian, and that was just a bad fight. Now, the Echo getting focused on by Zed, but Zed not doing enough damage. The flash cocoon does miss. Elise is just going to have to back out. So there's a burn flash. Zed got out of it. He's going to go ahead and recall. Bot lane, we see Fiddlesticks get an ultimate here. Takes out the Karma. Gnar going mega, and he is going to stun up the Fiddlesticks. Continue to run. Sivir is going to back up as well, and they're just going to separate there. So Karma getting picked out in the bot lane by the Fiddlesticks ultimate. And everyone cooling down real quick. We got recalls coming in. Echo's going to go ahead and stay in the bot lane, actually. Make sure there's no push there. They cannot afford to lose the first tower. It's the last thing they need. They are down about 0.7, 0.6k to the red team, which is good considering they were down a little more earlier. They got that nice double kill bot lane, which was a really well played fight. But now they need to focus on objectives. Getting that first tower is very important. It looks like red team's going to pile on 5 man to the mid lane. They want to get this first tower quick. We're going to see Karma coming in on the side against the Lucian, but that's not a good idea. He's going to sit back though. He does not have vision of the area, does not know if Karma's on her own or not. And red team's just going to push. They can get this first tower, that's going to be really good for them. But blue team is not letting it happen. Really nice ultimate Q there by Karma, hitting 3 people with the second stack there. Sivir is going to rejoin the team in the mid lane. Really good vision control by red team. You see they have 3 wards in their jungle, sorry, on the blue side, and they have one behind the blue buff, one behind the red buff, and up top lane Bush. Looks like blue team's going to try and make a play here. They do get the snare onto the Malphite. A lot of damage is done to him. Is he going to fall? Elise does go ahead and jump on, dives the tower, does get the kill, and there's no contention. Now Sivir's going to go ahead and get the ult. Echo's going to jump in, kill the Fiddlesticks. The Zed is going to ult though. Elise does fall for taking tower aggro. Gnar with the ultimate onto Braum. But Zed does pick up a double kill there, and Lucian killing the Gnar. And that turned into the favor of red team. Oh, but Echo's going to jump back in. And it's not enough. And 3 members of red team really low. But it's 4 for 2 in favor of the red team. The only one standing now, Karma. All red members going to recall and back up. Very poorly played by the blue team. The dive was just not executed properly. Elise taking the tower aggro as the lowest champion health-wise was a little misplay there. Gnar probably should have been taking the aggro, but he went far backline and de-aggroed the turret. So it was just misplay there. Gold lead jumps to 2,000 now for the red team. But again, that first tower has not been taken, and that could be a really good boost for the blue team. Fiddlesticks getting some vision in and taking out some vision for the blue team. Everyone's going to go back to standard lanes. Push out. Now the CS lead is very, very big in the bot lane. Looking at a 20 CS lead, or about 20 CS lead, sorry. Same with the mid lane for the red team. Now as for the blue team, they have an almost 30 CS lead in the top lane. And Elise seems to have regained the CS lead there. Or at least caught back up in the CS against the Fiddlesticks. Now we're going to see bot lane for the blue team, roam mid. Once again, Lucian's going to stay bottom. Braum getting vision control down there as well. It looks like red team's trying to set up for this drag as they take out all the vision in the area. Gnar is harassing Malphite, making sure he cannot get the farm. And the vision control is going to come back. Blue team's going to take control of the front dragon pit. There's still a war there though. It looks like it's about to die, but blue team getting nice vision now around the dragon pit. And it looks like red team's going to start this one. 4 members there. Echo in the mid lane. We're going to see the blue team look to contest this one. The TP is coming in. Zed does jump onto the elite, or sorry, the Sivir. Sivir's in the back line now. We're going to see Fiddlesticks take out the Karma. Gnar all by himself, 4v1 in the back line. He goes down. Echo does ult, and he dies as well. Triple kill for the Fiddlesticks. Malphite picking up the kill on Gnar. It's a 4 for nothing. And Elise really low. Just survived, and that was just drastic for blue team. Red team executed that perfectly. They saw the flank, they stopped the dragon, they jumped on it immediately, and they picked up 4 kills there. And now it looks like they're going to pick up 2 towers, including the first tower gold. That is going to go to bot lane, Lucian Braum. They're also going to take out the middle lane here. And the gold lead is just cracking open now. 6,000 gold ahead for the red team as they double the kills for blue team. They're up 2 towers and 2 dragons. See recalls come in, Fiddlesticks head back into his jungle, and blue team kind of reset and go back to standard lanes. We're gonna see Karma in the middle lane though. The team fight potential from the Fiddlesticks is really strong. Zed zoning out the Sivir. The bottom lane's just gotten really behind this game. It has been pretty drastic focus that blue team put on red team put on blue team's bottom lane was really big, and it's paying out for them. They got the Sivir really behind, they have the Karma really behind, and they're not able to do anything in team fights because the Zed is focusing out the Sivir. And now we see Gnar in a situation he is gonna ult them and get ulted, and he will go down to the Braum, who picks up the kill. And the rest of the team is there. It's 5 top. Lucian's gonna jump onto that Karma. Karma's gonna get pretty low. He's not gonna die though. The hourglass does come out from the Fiddlesticks, but it is not enough, and he does fall. So far, 1-for-1 play. We're gonna see the Echo. Oh, right back into the team. Zed picking out the Sivir once again in the back line. Lucian's gonna fail the dash there. Red team's gonna come out on top 1-for-3, and they're gonna pick up another tower in the top lane. Red team's just opening this game up huge. They're gonna send 4 top lane. They're gonna continue the push. They know Karma and Gnar were too low and they had to recall. Elise went back into her jungle. She's gonna rotate back around with her support. The vision control by the red team is just really strong. They're looking to get another tower here. With Sivir just now coming back up and Echo up now, they are going to go ahead, poke a little bit, and back up. Not going to get the tower. Take control of that top side. And now they're looking to get a flank here as they sit in the bush. Blue team needs to be very careful. Karma's going straight towards that bush. And she does go down. Fiddlesticks with the ultimate. He's going to jump onto the Sivir. Sivir does get smited, and that's a double kill for the Zed. Really nice play by the blue team as they sat in the bush patiently. They knew that the blue team would come around and try and set up some vision control in their own jungle, but they did it blindly, and that was just not what they needed to do. Red team's going to capitalize, pick up 2 kills and the second tier mid turret. As they rotate out, they're going to clear some camps, most likely recall and get some gold out of their pockets, switch it out for some items. And it's just, this game's going downhill, especially that bot lane. Just 56 CS differential, 6-2 deaths, 4 to no kills. The 80 carry differential there is just, it's drastic. The focus that red team put there, really smartly done by them. They made sure to put this Sivir behind, and they've made sure to continue to focus her every fight. They know that she could be an issue if remained, so Zed is just pulling through. Karma's going to need to build some assistant items to help Sivir survive. It looks like she is going to go for that locket to get some shield onto her. But Mikhail's would probably be another one. And Sivir's just going to have to play really, really far back. They're going to have to focus the Zed if they want to win a fight. But as of right now, almost a 10k gold differential. Looking at 9k, about 9k. So this game's looking pretty cracked, but anything can happen. People have come back from worse, so we're not going to doubt on the blue team just yet. Although they are down 4 towers, 2 dragons, and 11 kills, 10k, almost 9k, sorry, gold. It's possible. Anything can happen. And the red team's looking like they're going to try and take Baron here as they get more vision control, and they're going to start it. They see that there are no wards in the area. It is clear. It's completely blind for the blue team. They have no idea. They're going to start heading in that area, but red team is going to be far done by the time they get there. And the Baron does go to the red team. Nice sneak there. Got a big wave top lane for the blue team, but it does not matter because red team's just going to siege down the middle. Karma's going to put a little damage onto the Zed. Zed's going to ignore her, not waste any time. Regrouping with his team, he's going to set back up in the mid lane. They are looking to get a really strong siege here for the in-hit. Fiddlesticks staying back behind a wall, looking to get a nice flash ultimate play. Echo trying to zone him back with his E, but it's just not enough. We're going to see the smite come onto the Canyon minion. And they survive one Baron pushed wave. that's not enough. Red team now focusing on the objectives are going to rotate out onto the dragon. Blue team can't do much but stay back and defend their base. It is a cloud, so it won't do too much except give out of combat speed. And we're going to see Lucian dash out. He still gets hit by the initial cast. Culling does come through to zone out blue team. And the dragon is going to go to the red team. Now they will regroup. Braum will join his AD carry to protect him. Blue team's just playing very passive. That's the best thing they can do right now. They better hope that that Baron runs out before red team can pick up any more thing. Lucian's just going to invade the jungle. And now the entire map control is just intense. Zed is going to ult onto the Karma, and that is her life. Nicely picked there. Lucian's going to go in all by himself, though. He's going to take a bit of damage. He's going to drop down to health, but it's not enough to kill him. And now with the support out of the way, blue team are one less utility from staying alive. And red team's going to crack the second tier in the bottom lane. Huge wave top lane. Smartest thing would probably be to send someone top of the red team. The three-man Malphite ult though into the Fiddlesticks ult. The Sivir does go down. The Gnar follows right after. Echo as well. And a great 4-for-0 play there by the red team as they open up the base. And it looks like this game is coming to a close. 30-second death timers. Red team's just going to push really hard. Karma looking to get some damage on. And she does. She kills the Lucian as he takes tower aggro and dies. That's going to slow down the push here. Maybe potentially save the game from being ended. We're going to see Sivir and Gnar both come up in less than 10 seconds. Instead, red team's just going to go ahead and rotate to the middle lane. Malphite taking a lot of damage there, though, dropping pretty low. He's going to go ahead and recall. Sivir and Gnar now both up, as well as Echo and Elise. But it does not matter. Purple team will get that turret and back out, leaving the inhib. Oh, but we see Zed just crushing the Sivir, jumping onto him and taking him out. Now Braum's gonna go ahead and fall in the trade, but it was just Zed is so strong. 10 kills, 0 deaths, 8 assists. This is a slaughterhouse. The red team then rotates top, takes out that second tier. Now we're looking at 8 turrets to none. This gold lead has turned into 14,000, almost 15. The Baron buff is going to fall soon. We got probably about 20 seconds left on it, maybe a tiny bit more. But the Baron buff is going to go down soon, and that means red team's going to reset, get their shops in, and continue to fight. We see the objectives completely cleared off the map, and they have all gone to red team. No dragons, no barons, no turrets for the blue team. Objectively, they have just been outmatched, and now the red team's looking to make one final push to finish this game out and end it. I'm going to see four people in the mid lane for the red team, trying to get that inhib. Blue team, no other options. They have to defend. They cannot continue to let red team open the base. They need to play it as smart and careful as possible. If anything goes wrong, that's it. Sivir getting caught out there. Zed is going to go ahead and jump back, and he does not take out the Sivir. Karma dropping the shield, which is just enough. Elise is going to jump to the AD carry in the backline. Isn't going to be enough, though. Fiddlesticks and Braum do take out the Karma, but the Lucian does die, and that's a pretty good trade. Losing support for AD carry. Red team's push is going to be a ton slower now. Gnar is going to come in, get the ultimate, stun 2 of them, but the 2 tanks just completely ignored it, not doing enough damage. Trying to poke as much as possible. Zed pretty low, but they still get the inhib out of this, and it's an even trade for the red team. They lose their AD carry, they kill their support, and they get the inhib. It's in their advantage, I would say. 15,000 gold lead, almost, sorry, 14,000 gold lead here for the red team still, as they're waiting for the next objective to spawn. They're going to clear out some jungle camps, go back, get their itemization. Blue team, on the other hand, they're out of options. They're out of options. Their only option is defend. Defend and hope that they can get really good picks and plays. Red team seems to not be making any mistakes. Both buffs, Dragon and Baron, will be up around the same time, 2-second differential. The next Dragon being, I believe, a Ocean. Ocean Drake is the next drag, and then of course Baron is just Baron. But yeah, this is not looking good for blue team. Red team's playing exactly how they need to play. They're slowing the pace once they don't have the objectives, and when they do, they they play it very well. They don't make mistakes. We're gonna see red team group up in the top lane here. Zed just bursts the Sivir to half health. Brahm's gonna go ahead and drop the ultimate. And the Malphite is just going to jump on the Karma. Karma does go down. Fiddlesticks ults in as well. The Repel does come through from the Elise. She is going to jump onto the back line for Lucian, but he does heal and survives. And now we're going to see Zed on the wrong side of the team as Echo, Sivir, and Gnar. He does ult out of there, though. Now red team's going to completely ignore that top turret and start focusing on the Nexus turrets as they know they took out the jungle and support. Echo's trying to get a play here. Does jump onto the Zed, but gets feared, and he goes down. Gnar jumping in, trying to pick up the Braum, and he does, but Lucian takes him out, and this looks like it's going to be the end of the game. Lucian's going to go ahead and start poking the tower as well as the rest of the red team. The flash fear from the Fiddlesticks, and the Sivir does go down as well. That's the ace for the red team to finish the game, and what strong play. They objectively controlled completely, and they won. They definitely deserve that win. Great game pulled out by the red team. Time to send it to the analyst desk to where they are going to break down red team's